Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. So I wanted to start doing these videos. I'm going to try and do these videos every single week, every Tuesday. I just thought of it just now, just at this moment. So what I'll try to do is the moment that the mutators switch, I will try to get a video out as soon as possible. That way you guys can always come back to this channel and check out what the new mutators are each week. So that way, you don't have to log into the game if you don't need to, if you're just wondering what the new mutator is and all that stuff. So let's get into the video and I'll highlight what the new mutators are this week. So this is the week of September 6th. Last week we had Tempest and the Barnacles of Black Powder. This week we have Garden of Genesis along with the Lazarus Instrumentality. So the Garden mutator this week is Overgrown. So slot in your Amber Gems into your armor, get your Angry Earth Ward potions, all that stuff. Compost, Bramble 2, Nature Resist 2, Toxic 2, and Arboreal. Enemies deal 50% of all damage as nature damage. The big mutator this week is going to be Frenzied 2, which is Unstable. This is my least favorite mutation going on right now. I don't like this mechanic, but it's not too bad. I've done one so far and it's really not that crazy, but upon dodging, players are inflicted by nature damage over time, affecting 1.5% of their max HP worth of damage every second for 10 seconds, stacks up to 3 times at max stacks, and after expiring cast a chain effect dealing nature damage to nearby allies. Overcharged if unstable, expires with 3 stacks active. It drops a 3-meter radius zone that lasts for 15 seconds. While inside, players take 10% of their max HP worth of damage every second. Entering the effects will consume all stacks of unstable, dealing 30% of max HP damage. Festering, enemies apply a stacking disease on hit, reducing healing by 2.5 to 5% per stack. There's also Slicers. Enemies cast Slicer beams that deal 30% base void damage when touched. Really good mutation to run this week. Gen, you can usually speed run if you have the right group, along with the Evergreen Shards. A lot of people with muskets are going to be crafting muskets to get their nature attunement perks. So those weapon shards sell for a decent amount of gold. So really good mutator to run this week. So for the other mutation, we have the Lazarus Instrumentality is going to be Hellfire. So we've got Explosive, Fury 2, Fire Resist, Ignited, and Flamed. Flame Conditioning will drop as well. And then we have Indomitable. Vampiric, enemies heal for 20 to 40% of damage done. So once again, bring in some disease, whether it's a hatchet or a Void Gauntlet with Scream. Void Gauntlets, not too shabby in Lazarus, especially when it's a fire week. Enemies cast it, and then Phalanx, enemies cast a shield that blocks player projectiles. And then the curse for this week is Desiccated 2. Combustible Fire periodically selects the player with the lowest percent health. After several seconds, the selected player casts Chain Fire, damage nearby players, 50% max health, and AI for 50% base damage. And then we have Shriveled Fire. When selecting the lowest percent health player, all other players are given Shriveled Weaken, reducing their damage by 50% and healing by 50%. The selected player gains an aura that cleanses Shriveled Weaken. Not my favorite expedition, in my opinion. If you're going to choose one of the two to run, whether it's Umbral Shards, whether it's drops, whatever it is, in my opinion, Garden of Genesis is always going to be better than Lazarus. In my opinion, Genesis is always a lot more fun, a lot faster. Laz, not too bad though this week. If you really don't want to bust through Genesis, having to deal with the dodging mutation, then go ahead and do Lazarus. Still pretty easy dungeons. These are the 2 easiest dungeons in the game, in my opinion. But that's going to be it for this video. If you guys like this video and you want to see more of these videos, be sure to check me out every week. I'm going to try and upload these every single week on the updates on mutations and stuff like that. So be sure to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/palmadelic. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.